You know, it's a chaos. Nobody knows the neighbors. Nobody cares about their neighbors. Nobody cares about altruism. Nobody cares about... It's a republic of self-absorbed, narcissistic consumers who live in a bubble of their own wishes and wants and who don't feel any connection to each other, basically.
There's no elbow room. We live in a world where you can't turn a corner without seeing somebody or 5 other people or somebody seeing what it is you're up to or doing something. And yet somehow within this environment, Jeffrey Dahmer is able to run power tools at 2 o'clock in the morning and cut people up and put them in drums.
Wait a minute, no one bothers...
Those people, I had no idea.
This guy ain't breathing unless he started breathing spaghetti sauce.
So that's how it's done around here.
Hey, I beg your pardon, detective, but this guy's been sitting in a pile of his own piss and shit. If he wasn't dead, he would have stood up by now.
All right, thank you, officer.
Thank you.
It's the picking off of stragglers in a world that's so overcrowded, and yet somehow these incredibly atrocious things do happen secretively.
Whoops.
I mean, Seven is ultimately a lurid little tale, and yet there are certain things that it's talking about that are, I mean, the notion of apathy, the notion of an acquired apathy or a developed apathy is, I felt was fairly timely, and I certainly related to it.
He's dead. Thank you, Doctor.
I think the very point they're making is there is no community, you know, and that's what allows the serial killer to thrive and thrive unnoticed for so long. That there really isn't a community to disrupt. There is just this sense of enemy.
The evil of John Doe is not his act, but his supreme intolerance. And that's the thing that makes him inhuman.
No big surprise.
Detective! You're looking for me.
Many people are moralistic to the point of idiocy and think that the things that irritate them in daily life can be generalized into a, you know, grand jury indictment of all of society and everybody in it. I think people are taken in by those things because they're very easy explanations for what's wrong with the world. I mean, you know, God forbid they should, you know, the Kevin Spacey, instead of going on about this, that, and the other, should start talking about, you know, Henry Kissinger and Pinochet or something like that.
And a beast man, a disgusting man who could barely stand up, a man who, if you saw him on the street, you'd point him out to your friends so that they could join you in mocking him, a man who, if you saw him while you were eating, you wouldn't be able to finish your meal.
Poor fat man that ate himself to death. You know, what's so offensive about that?
A woman.
Murderers, John, like yourself.
A woman. So ugly on the inside that she couldn't bear to go on living if she couldn't be beautiful on the outside. A drug dealer, a drug-dealing pederast, actually.
The thing that was just undeniable when we did videotapes of Kevin Spacey was that he brings a reasonableness, a conviction, he brings this other thing to what could just be a rant.
And let's not forget the disease-spreading whore. Only in a world this shitty could you even try to say these were innocent people and keep a straight face.
And that was another kind of layer of the onion of fear of John Doe, is that he's not that unlike us.